Let me identify each component. The main flag. Let's go back. It says in everyone, he told you the fire unfolding itself. Fire. Let's make sure you see this here. The space shuttle have these rocket engines. The ox is these three large engines. So it have to go out to outer space. So far out of space, it have to have the thrust of an ox, but it have two small engines here. Is you run by hydrogen fuel, but these run by liquid fuel. These rocket engines from the external fuel tank. This vehicle have to have this because it's not like a vehicle, you know, when you leave and go to California or somewhere as a long distance. They got service stations all up and down the roadway, or highway, and byways where you go. And you stop at each service station and make your journey all the way to California. But you got to fill up so many times. But the vehicle that's going into outer space, he don't have that luxury. So he had to create him a situation where he could take the service station with him so far, and then he drop it off into the ocean, and in the ocean. But the weight of the fuel that he needed to take him out into outer space, the vehicle itself couldn't carry the fuel tank at the same time. So the designer and the manufacturer of these things created solid fuel booster rockets to carry the fuel tank in as far as he can go. The solid fuel booster rockets would fly with this external fuel tank to service station with him while this space shuttle was set piggyback on top of this, on the bottom of this here, because you know when you go up, he can't go up top front, because when he go up and turn and go top front, the blood of the pilot will rush to his head and cause him to have a stroke. So what they did was they go up and go bottom sides up so the blood will run down in his feet and it won't affect the brain where he'll have a stroke. But if he go up in that thing, he go up the wrong way, then when he turned to go up and out of space, the blood will rush to his head and burst, cause him the hemorrhage, and he will have a stroke. So he goes up bottom sides upward so his blood will run to his feet and not to his head where he will not have a stroke because of the speed this thing is going. I'm trying to get this right now. This is what they did. They planned and saw all of these things, and they took and created solid fuel booster rockets to carry the external fuel tank. This vehicle set on this. I mean, I got it broke down here because to show you how this thing works. I've seen all this here. Now, with it together, it said it said also out of the midst thereof, verse 5, the likeness of four living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. The man is the pilot, and everyone had four faces, and everyone had four wings. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was flat. Okay, let's go back to the feet. Feet is wheel. Feet was flat like cat feet. Feet is the wheel. The chariots, all of these had wooden or metal wheels. None of them had a wheel made of synthetic. Well, the space shuttle vehicles and all this have a synthetic wheel in these later days where it is used as a shock absorber. And by the tremendous weight of the space shuttle resting upon these wheels, the wheels became flat on the bottom like cat feet. He letting you know this vehicle was heavy. Now, and he's letting you know this here. And as they come back, if they go into outer space and return back every time it touched down, he said this wheel sparkle. You know when you ride watching a jet plane or a plane when it come down, a passenger plane, it come down and when it touched down on the runway coming in, they always sparkle and you see fire coming from the wheel of these aircrafts. This is where the shell was. You identifying the shell, breaking it down in components where you could understand the significance and where this here thing was, letting you know that God did see this thing before it was even created and before it was even manufactured. And they had the head of a man, they had the hand of a man under their wings on their four sides, and they four had the faces of they four had their faces and their wings. Okay. The man, he letting you know, was the navigator. He was the pilot operating this thing, this vehicle. That's when he said the wings, it controls the vehicle to and as it go to and from on earth. So he letting you know that the man was the pilot. Verse 10. Verse 9, their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went every one straight forward. Now the wings, they joined one to another on a superstructure. These here is also considered wing because they was made together. All of these here was connected onto the space shuttle which determined the flight. These become the wing. Everything component that was used to cause this vehicle to go airborne from the launching pad, and they went straight forward. They wasn't flopping their wing like a duck or something like that. They went straight forward. 10, verse 10, it reads, as for the likeness of their faces, they four had the face of a man. This is the man that was the navigator on the first voyage back. And the face of a loun. The loun is a vile person. A loun was spoken of in Daniel chapter 7 in the first part. A loun is a military man who devour and break in pieces. He went for the flight from the very first made flight. On the right side, and they four had the face of an ox on the left side. The left side is the ox. This is the letting you know that it comes up from the launching pad with the ox. The 1, 2, 3. This is the ox pile that lifts it off the launching pad and carry it into outer space. The four also had the face of an eagle. The eagle lets you know that this vehicle dominates it dominates all other aircraft that flies upon the face of Earth, just like the eagle dominates all flying fowls of the air here upon the Earth. So this here was the only reusable aircraft that had the ability to fly out of space where other reusable aircrafts couldn't go, and return back and have the ability to land upon the runway like a passenger plane. This is the space shuttle first part. Thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upwards, 2 wings on every one. Okay, thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upwards, 2 wings of every one were joined one to another, and 2 covered their body. These he talking about the secondary wings, which is